What's up, guys? How's it going? This is Rafael, and this is
Anya.
Welcome back to the Stogie Sessions, episode number 11. Today, we're going to be reviewing a cigar that just got released for the PCA 2025. Anya had the privilege of attending the PCA.
I did.
This year, so we're going to get back to that because I'm actually very interested in
lots of stories.
In the stories and your experience,
yes.
And we're going to share that with you guys. But today in particular, we're going to be reviewing the new drop of Viva La Vida Connecticut. So this is a new drop that they just made. It's a Connecticut wrapper. Actually, let's get Anya to talk a little bit about the blend.
Super simple. Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper.
Okay.
And then binder is Nicaraguan and the filler is Nicaraguan. And as anything, Artesano del Tobacco is made at AJ Fernandez's factory. So.
Correct. And they're well known. I mean, they drop a couple good cigars. I mean, you're talking about El Pulpo. You know, multiple sizes, both sizes they drop with that. Actually, three, I think. They just dropped the Lancero.
Oh, yes. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you know how we feel about Lanceros and their flavors.
You know that.
Yep.
I actually brought a couple Lanceros.
Nice.
To review, so you're gonna good stuff.
So the next couple episodes, we're gonna be dropping some stuff that was released in the PCA. So it's gonna be a fun couple episodes coming up. They have the Jester as well, and a couple other Viva La Vida sizes and blends that they have as well.
They're really good.
Yeah.
Everything is good.
Absolutely.
So.
All right.
I'm very excited for you to try this.
I'm very excited myself. I mean, we have a Connecticut wrapper with a Nicaraguan filler and Nicaraguan binder. So this is going to be a very interesting smoke, I think.
So let's light it up.
All right, let's light it up.
And I have my lifesaver with me.
That thing is serious. Don't burn your eyebrows.
Wait.
Don't burn your eyebrows.
I don't have many, it's just a little bit. God gave me a lot of sarcasm, but no eyebrows.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah. I actually have to go to your wife to take care of me soon.
Oh, yeah, just make that appointment, girl.
Yeah. I'm like a little kid with this kind of stuff. I see something different and I have to have it.
Freaking Star Wars over here.
I'm very excited for you to try this. I went to, I had to pass by Artesano del Tobacco. That was one of the first stops for me at PCA. And when I saw Billy, well, he was...
Excuse me, I just retroed and it got me.
It got you? How come?
Oh, man.
It's a Nicaraguan tobacco.
Ooh, I think that's what it is. So looks can be deceiving, right? It's a Connecticut wrapper, but you have that full Nicaraguan filler. Still recovering. All right, we're good. Sorry about that.
It's a little spicy when you start smoking it. Of course, it's Nicaraguan tobacco, so you're gonna get the spiciness like a little heavier than any Dominican, Honduran cigar or Costa Rican. But so Billy, we saw each other and he congratulated me for being, for working here. For working here. Like, you don't know who's following you. You don't know who's following what you're doing. And I'm a nobody.
Oh, stop. You can't say that.
I'm just saying. I'm a nobody. I'm just somebody that loves the industry, that loves cigars, and then I enjoy doing it. And it's just like those little things like, oh, my God. And I said to him, you don't know how much I love your products. Viva La Vida and El Pulpo are in my top 20 cigars, for all time. So they're great sticks. Great sticks. I Viva La Vida, I love it. When I saw the Connecticut standing there, it was like, oh my God, I'm very excited about this because I don't know.
Well, what's exciting about it is that it's not their typical go-to blend. So it's something that is just interesting because they're used to going. For example, El Pulpo is a very, dark, stronger profile cigar.
It's a bold cigar.
It's a bold cigar.
Rich in flavor, though.
Yeah.
And
that's actually one of my favorites, just so you know. El
it's
Pulpo,
really
the
good.
Bellicoso, and then the double, I think it's the double Robusto, is it?
I don't know
I
the
believe
sizes.
it is, but
One is smaller, one is bigger. I don't know the sizes. It's hard to memorize all the sizes.
they're both very good.
But yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean they definitely, you know.
Now what
make
he
some
was
great
telling
cigars.
me was that it took them a couple of years to develop this blend. You know, they knew they were gonna go with a Connecticut, but the problem is that when you have Connecticut, you know, usually you mix in there some Dominican tobacco to make it a little bit on the milder side, a little bit more creamier, because people expect Connecticut to be mild. To me, this is not a strong cigar. It's like sitting like, it's like, you know, when you're in the border from mild to medium, right there, in that border.
It's
But
enjoyable. It's I think it's a great anytime stick, but specifically in the morning for me. Right, a nice Connecticut wrapper. Pair this with a nice cappuccino, an espresso.
damn, I
something
should
of
have
that
made a
sort.
cappuccino.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, I smoked this cigar. He gave it to me Saturday morning, and I smoked it Saturday night, and I enjoyed it so
Awesome.
much.
Awesome.
I smoked a lot that day, and I have a lot of stuff that I haven't tried, but I gotta say this. Till now, this has been the best that I have smoked from everything that was in PCA.
I can see why. I can see why.
Such
This
a
is
great
very
cigar.
enjoyable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's super smooth. It's not lacking flavor whatsoever, which is what I'm really
packed.
enjoying about it.
It is packed with flavor.
Yeah.
And you know, that was what surprised me, because yeah, he was telling me, and it's not that I don't trust him. Yeah, he was telling me, you know, it's this and it's that, and I'm like, well, I can definitely see it. But I saw it like right after, you know, when I started smoking it. And you're smoking a little faster because I'm talking a lot of shit, but I mean,
It's not shit, girl. This is all good stuff, right, guys?
But,
All good stuff.
you know,
Yeah, so
it's sweet. I don't know if you taste sweet.
I'm getting a combination of flavors
It's-
here.
You know
It's,
what I'm getting? Like caramel, maybe mixed with freaking hazelnut.
Okay.
It's so freaking good. It's creamy, but it still has the little kick. I'm not gonna say super peppery. No, but it has a little pepper in it that just to remind you, you know, I'm Nicaraguan tobacco. You know, I'm here.
It's knocking on the door. Hey, don't
Yeah.
forget me.
Yeah.
I think it's a very unique blend for them. You know, given their history of making bolder cigars, right? The Jester's another cigar that's pretty bold. We already discussed El Pulpo, so it's nice to have a different, you know, blend to introduce. So you know, 2025 drop. I think this was a good choice by Viva La Vida.
Great choice by them.
Yeah.
Well, I think he already knows how much I love their stuff, because I went back the next day. Sunday I was there. I'm like, let me tell you, you were very right about this cigar. This is a winner. And I told him that, you know, from everything that I had smoked Saturday, was the best thing that I smoked. And then I told him that Sunday morning, and then I didn't see him again. Like, I saw him from afar, but that booth was always packed with people. So I'm imagining that he did really good this year.
Yeah.
But
Well, we hope that all the vendors out there did good. You know, the orders and stuff like that.
Some were complaining that it was a little slow for them, but I was very, very happy for the newer brands, because those were having a lot of, you know, like people were walking towards them.
Awesome.
So I'm just so glad to see how people and retailers are embracing more boutique cigars.
That's awesome.
You know,
Yeah.
so, you know, Don Barton was doing great, of course, as usual. Our girl Edka was doing great. She was very happy with the outcome, you know, the whole show was great for her.
Well, they dropped good stuff.
Yeah.
Espinosa dropped a couple new cigars as well.
Yeah, I got you the price list there so you can order.
Yeah.
Because I called you and you didn't answer.
Well, I was probably in the middle of a tournament, which is one of the reasons why I didn't go to the PCA. It was a huge tournament, so I missed it, unfortunately. But it's all good. It's all good. You went there, you represented well. And
oh, yeah. But you know, everybody's like, oh, you need to order this. And yeah, I know. And that's somebody's like, oh, well, you need to order, you know, one of each. And I'm, let me tell you something. Our humidor is not huge. So, but I do think that maybe in the near future we can expand that online store and so maybe bring in some more brands.
Yeah, we're going to be pushing that online store big time. So we're going to be working on a lot of back end stuff. We're going to have probably a separate storage area for those online orders as well. And that way, as soon as we get those orders in, we can fulfill it, ship it out, and get things moving with that.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
This is so freaking good.
Wow, I'm very happy you brought this back. It's
and it had to be the first one for the podcast to do.
Well, it's not a boring cigar at all.
It's not. It's just like
not boring, guys. So you know, in your mind, you think Connecticut. Many of you think it's like for those of you that like the stronger profile. You're thinking, Connecticut, that's going to be light, not my go-to. This is packed with flavor, guys. I'm telling you right now, I'm smoking this as I speak, and I can tell you right away that the flavor is there. It's definitely not your typical Connecticut.
It's not.
You have the Connecticut wrapper, but you have your Nicaraguan fillers. So you're going to have an explosion of flavor, which I'm enjoying right now.
You know, when you're watching a boxing match, you know, and it's just like you're getting punched and punched and punched. This is like, it's like I'm getting punched with flavor. It's like, keep punching me. I'm okay with it. This, I don't know. And this is the thing. I don't kiss ass. I'm not that type of person. I gain nothing by telling.
No, well, I mean, the goal of this whole thing is to give an honest review, right? Yeah. If we don't like a cigar, we're gonna let you guys know, and you know, and it's not to insult any blenders or manufacturers or distributors. It's a matter of us just giving an honest review on a cigar and sharing it with you guys.
Oh yeah.
So far, this is amazing. You know, for it being a Connecticut, as I was saying, it's filled with flavor, and you know what? You know, I don't want the Connecticut guys or the milder guys to get scared now to give this thing a try, because I think it can you know,
it's not
cater to
strong.
both aspects, right?
Yeah.
It's definitely a milder cigar that's filled with flavor. It's not going to be overwhelming, right?
Yeah. It's not overwhelming at all. Well, if flavor overwhelms you, then it will overwhelm you. But
that's true. But as far as strength and that, you know, get you dizzy or you need to eat a full meal. I mean, I recommend you eat a full meal before any cigar. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I do not smoke. Well, not true. I usually smoke a little short cigar, like one of the little shorts that I get from the factory. I smoke it in the morning, coffee at 6:30, 7.
Yeah.
But it's a little short, and I have my cappuccino with me in the morning, so it's not like empty stomach. But when it comes to strength with this cigar, I can tell you, it's just like it's crossing the border right there, from mild to medium, and it sits right there at the border.
Yeah.
It's perfect for a beginner. It's perfect for an experienced smoker. It's such a great cigar.
Yeah, and obviously the construction and the manufacturing process, you could tell it's done
AJ
well.
Fernandez.
Yeah,
Jesus.
So it's AJ is one of the biggest manufacturers or cigar blenders in Nicaragua. They dominates that area, so you're gonna get well constructed cigars.
And the band.
The band is nice too, right?
I love the band, how they tone it down.
They put the lighter colors in there. They put
the lighter colors. It's like, of course, the regular band with the colors inverted, let's say. Mm-hmm. It has the black, of course, in the background, but it's
it doesn't have that like dark reddish maroon almost color in there.
Let me ask you something. Is it possible to fall in love with a cigar?
that's the
I
case,
want to marry
I
this
think you
cigar.
already did.
I think I want to marry this cigar.
There might be laws against marrying a cigar.
Well,
I
there's
don't
a
know.
lady that married a tree.
Oh God.
So
I don't know what state is that in, because that
don't
sure
know.
ain't Florida.
I think you're gonna be my fourth husband.
God.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've been married 3 times, so yeah, I think this is gonna be my fourth. If it's okay, I don't know. I gotta do a little research.
You got to do a little research, see if you can do that.
To see if it's possible. Like I'm not a tattoo girl. I love tattoos. Don't get me wrong, but I think I want a tattoo. Viva La Vida Connecticut.
Right on you.
Somewhere. It's oh my God. And again, I'm not kissing ass.
No.
But
it's an
fell in
honest
love.
review. I mean, the moment you got here from the PCA, that's the first cigar you mentioned.
Yeah, and maybe I'm pushing it, but I think this is my number, like in my top 5.
Really? Wow.
Now, I'm like thinking that is maybe gonna be my number 1 after I smoke it a few times.
Wow. Listen, Artesano del Tobacco, if you guys are getting that type of review from Anya, I'll tell you right now, you guys nailed it. You guys nailed
I'm
it.
in love with this cigar. I don't
Yeah.
know. I know everybody has different tastes. Everybody has different palates. Whatever. If you don't like it, that's your problem. But for me, this has been one of the best cigars I have ever smoked in a long time. My number 1 cigar, it's Davidoff Year of the Ox.
Excellent cigar, by the way.
That is my absolute favorite, and you cannot
So
find
this
it
is up there?
anymore. I'm telling
up
you,
there. Wow.
This is going to replace it. After I smoke it a few more times, I think this is going to replace.
Yeah, and the price point compared to a Davidoff.
Yeah, because the other
you know
one.
what I mean?
I do have 4 boxes. No, 3 boxes of the Ox.
Wow.
So
Sharing
I think I'm going to stock up on
sharing
this
is
one.
caring.
No,
Sharing
no,
is
no,
caring.
no. I already told you this.
We've already established that.
Yeah,
no sharing from Anya. Unless you're very special.
You're very lucky that you got some stuff. Because I said, listen, I need to bring some shit for Rafael, so give me some extras. So, and the extras that I asked for the podcast, of course, because I am that type of person. Even if we don't carry it here, somebody asked me, but if you don't carry it, why are you even reviewing it? And I'm like, it's not only about promoting what we have here and making money for you, but
no, this is all about, us just being honest with what's out there in the industry overall. Whether we carry it here or not, our goal is to have you guys aware of what's out there.
Oh yeah.
And then obviously our goal is to carry as much stuff as possible. That's where I think we're going to focus on the online store. So we're going to have some online exclusive cigars.
I think that we need to concentrate on that, and maybe I'll partner up with you in there. Because I had a great idea that I already told you about that. And I had that idea for, 2-3 years, and I had spoken with a few, small brands owners that we can maybe do something about that and help them promote their stuff, because here South Florida sucks because most of the people, and I'm gonna have to ash this.
Yeah, I'm almost there.
Because I have to take the wrapper, the bottom one off. But yeah, we have a lot of customers that come here and they go straight for Davidoff, Padron, Perdomo, Dumbarton.
Yeah, they're very how do I say it? They're very
It's all about legacy for them.
routine,
legacy
right?
brands,
They go for those cigars that they have heard the name of and they stick to it. Our goal is to introduce them to other, not so well known brands, but good brands. There's a lot of good brands out there.
Yeah.
And it's just people haven't heard of them. And our goal is to introduce them and try to get things rolling, because the truth is that a lot of these boutique cigars, they're making creative blends. They're making stuff that's different from your typical, big box companies. Obviously, Romeo and Juliet. And I'm not here to mention names to put anybody down or anything of that sort. But the reality of the business is, those big box names, they invest a lot of money in the advertising and the marketing because they have deep pockets.
Yeah, they do.
These boutique cigars, a lot of them are at that high level, and they're just not as
higher.
well, if not higher, and they're just not as well known throughout, the nation, as I should say.
Oh yeah, that it's sad, but it's true. But our customers here, with me, they're learning. They're learning because they come. It makes me feel so good. I remember when I started working here, they would just go in the humidors like, "You need any help? Let me know." Now, even the regulars come to me. What should I smoke today, Anya?
Well, that's the way.
It makes me feel good.
That's the way it should be.
It makes me feel good because I say, you already tried this, you already tried that. Here, try this one.
Yeah.
And when they come to me, Evan was telling me the other day, everything that you suggest has been great. So I can't complain about that. So I'm not saying that I'm the most knowledgeable, but I know the humidor.
Yeah.
I think I have smoked everything in that humidor. And anything that comes new, of course I have to try it. So I know, I know my customers. I even know what they drink and which days they drink it. I see their face and I say, okay, you want a cappuccino today? How do you know? Well, you know me so well. Jimmy comes here and I look at Jimmy. Beer, Jimmy?
Absolutely.
Wednesdays for Jimmy
fresh.
It's wine.
Fresh IPA.
But on Wednesdays he drinks wine.
Correct.
So, and that's how a tobacconist should be. Knowing your customers, knowing the customer's palate, so you know what to suggest to them.
Yeah, and what direction to kind of direct them in.
Exactly. So,
which is great. That's a great attribute to have, and I'm sure the customers appreciate it, and everybody appreciates that. Sure.
There was one of the customers. I only see him a couple of times. He's a tall guy. He's a sheriff. Can't remember his name. You probably know who he is. So he was here the other day and he bought, I can't remember what he was smoking. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to smoke another one. You go get me one.
I love it.
And I went and grabbed one. And I said to him, anything. But he was telling me, no, I like this, I like that. And I'm like, okay, let me grab this. And I gave him a Fiat Lux.
Well, that goes to show you that they're trusting you with the decision making.
And he just practically met me.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So I gave him a Fiat Lux. And he's like, damn, this is a good cigar. This is a really good cigar. I'm truly enjoying this. And I will go in there. I would never pick that one. Because you don't know.
Correct.
Well, you have me here.
Correct. Well, that's the importance of having a tobacconist in the humidor, working the humidor, because they have obviously Anya has a vast knowledge of the cigars, the tobaccos, and she can understand your palate and can kind of guide you in the right direction. Even if it's something that you've never tried before, she's gonna match or exceed your expectations with certain cigars.
Yeah, I usually try. Don Ricardo that comes here.
Course,
I love him. So
he loves our wine, by the way.
Yeah, he does.
He loves our wine,
and he loves Padrones. And when we are at Padrones, it's like, okay, girl, come in here. Tell me what I'm smoking today. And he doesn't buy one or two. He buys minimum is 10 cigars. And every time he comes, I give it something else. Can you just give me something bad? And I'm like, I already know what you smoke. I know your palate. I'm going to get something for you. So it's just, and again, this is not a job. This is fun for me. And
you love it, and it displays your passion for the industry and all that stuff.
Exactly. So,
and that's how I feel when I walk in here. It's not a job. It's fun. It's helping people explore the cigar world. It's a big world, and it's fun. It's fun.
I'm already in the second, third, as you are too.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you're getting the same thing that I'm getting, but it's so creamy right now, like butter.
Super creamy.
It's like butter. Like what is those caramel butter cookies? The butter cookies. Not the cookies. like, ¿cómo que se llama esa mierda?
Lo dulce.
Lo dulcito. Yeah, I don't even know how to say it in English, but like the butter,
Butterscotch?
candy, like butterscotch candy.
Butterscotch candy,
That's what it
the
is.
one that melts in your mouth.
Yeah, it's butterscotch. That's exactly what I'm tasting.
Yeah, this is, it's
Damn,
definitely there.
It's the
definitely
first
there.
time in 20-something years. But even though I've been smoking for a long time, I have been smoking the way I smoke for about 7 years now. But I think, let's say in the last 7 years was when my palate expanded. I think I have never tasted butterscotch in a cigar. This is so freaking good.
I'm getting hints of that flavor profile there.
It's weird, but it's so good. So good.
Very good job. Very good job. Viva La Vida Connecticut. It's a new drop, just released 2025, released during the PCA, so just this past week.
We definitely need to get this thing.
You know, we're definitely going to have quite a few of these in stock, I think, at all times.
Who is the rep for? Is it Adrian?
No, I have a gentleman by the name of Julio. That, you know, he stopped in, introduced himself, and he was repping El Pulpo. And Viva La Vida.
Viva La Vida.
So, I mean, I've been a fan of El Pulpo. Actually, you know who introduced me to El Pulpo? Not a rep, just a customer, good friend of mine, Saran.
Oh, I love Saran. And he's here.
Saran, yeah.
That mother, I haven't seen him.
I actually messaged him yesterday on Facebook.
I know. Didn't you see that? It's like, if you're here, come and see me.
Yeah. So we're gonna put a little pressure on him to come by and see us.
Yeah, I love.
But great guy. He's you know, I mean, he's dropped. I think he had a cigar himself.
Yeah, he did.
The Chosen One.
Yeah.
The Chosen One.
Yeah, he did it a few years ago. Good
correct.
stuff. I tried it. It was really good.
Correct.
But,
so yeah, he introduced me to El Pulpo specifically, and the moment I smoked that cigar,
I have to have it here.
I fell in love with it. I really did. That's my profile, 100%. You know, the draw, the flavors, the color, the everything of that cigar is very enjoyable for me. So for Viva La Vida, excuse me, that was a tongue twister, right? Viva La Vida.
Viva La Vida.
To drop a Connecticut like this and still maintain full flavor, it's something that, you know, first and foremost is kind of unique, right? Because you typically get Connecticut's, like we were speaking before, that are light, you know, very light. I mean, we have some Connecticut's that are just like smoking air or like lighting hay on fire.
The knuckle sandwich Connecticut is
that's another one. La Crema by Espinosa.
Crema. Yeah, it's good, but from you know, Crema is a little milder than the knuckle sandwich. You know, Connecticut, but that one was.
Yeah, those
I'm
are
telling you, it
two
was really
excellent
good.
cigars.
But never. I'm sorry. This I don't know. Can you believe that this thing has knocked down my number one cigar to become? I definitely it's my number one. Fuck it. Fuck it.
That's a bold claim, Anya. That's a bold claim.
I'm gonna marry this guy. I already told you.
So guys, listen, you're hearing it from Anya herself. She's declaring it to be her number one cigar. So that has a lot to say when she says that. Because Connecticut's are not her go-to cigar. No. It's not.
No, I usually go for any Maduro.
So for her to say that, I mean, that's a bold claim. So guys, if you're in town, stop by. We gotta have this soon. Yeah, we're gonna have it soon.
Have to call.
We're making that call today.
Yeah.
We're gonna get quite a few boxes in here. We're gonna restock on everything, right? The Pulpo, Viva La Vida, you know, their whole line, and their new drop of the 2025 Connecticut. So I'm excited.
Yeah, one thing that I want to tell you, I don't know if I told you, maybe I did. I talked so much when I came Tuesday. People that I don't know, and people that I don't even know that they were following me, they were stopping me, and I'm talking about over 20 people telling me, "Oh my God, I watch your podcast. I love it. There's such good chemistry between you and Rafael. I just love it." And just, you know, you tell it like it is, and I'm like, I've been doing that.
She has no other way of telling things, so which is great. I mean, for us to just have started this you know, video sessions and getting a little bit of recognition already, You know, I mean, look, our goal is to enhance it, right? We have new lighting coming in. Actually, they get here today. We're gonna have, you know, some editing software that we're gonna be getting soon. So our goal is to create a very, very fun, entertaining, and engaging session to interact with you guys.
Yeah.
And like we've been saying from the beginning, right? We want to give honest reviews on cigars, whether they're in the store or not. Our goal is to get them in here. If they're not in store, our goal is to at least get them online, where we're gonna have some online exclusive deals and specials and just some unique cigars that you don't see typically all over the place.
Yeah. We're gonna do that. We're just gonna. It's gonna take maybe a couple of months for us to just like set that up in a way that everybody's gonna be able, you know, to get whatever.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Yep.
But we're gonna do it. We're gonna concentrate on that. But I don't know. This again, this industry. This is. I have worked practically in everything. I don't know you, but I worked construction. I worked at a law firm, alarm companies. You know, we own a school back home, so the education.
You're a jack of all trades, girl.
Oh, I have done everything, and believe me, yeah, there's a lot of drama in this industry, like any other industry, but this has been the most beautiful, and probably the most rewarding, you know, industry that I have ever been involved in, and I just love it.
It really is. It really is. You know, I myself, coming from law enforcement, being heavy into real estate, you know, and even that's a rewarding thing because you're helping people to accomplish their home ownership goals and all that stuff.
That's another beautiful thing that I told you that I wanted to get my license. I'm just like,
you still should.
I know.
You still should.
Yeah, maybe when the markets, you know, start getting better.
Well, listen, now's the time to get in.
No, yeah.
That way, when the market is better, you're ready and you're ready to take on these clients and make some sales.
You know, my daughter was looking at jobs the other day on Indeed. It's like, Mom, there's a bunch of realtors I know, you know, companies looking for agents. And I said, why don't you get your license? And she said, you know, I'm a little grumpy. And I'm like, a little is an understatement. Because that kid, she ain't mine. I think she was traded in the hospital or something.
Oh, man, that's...
No.
Wait till she hears this one.
Oh, no, she knows. Sometimes, like, I tell her sometimes, you know, I think, you know, you are not mine. You're not adopted. I know that. I carry you for 9 months.
That's funny. That's funny.
But, yeah, I don't know, maybe... I'll do that and do this and listen, I don't know. I just,
you know, I have a real estate brokerage.
I know.
Let's go, girl.
You know.
Get that license. We get you rocking and rolling.
And I have the personality for it.
You do, 100%.
I do, and I like that stuff. You know, I think I watch too many HGTV shows.
Well, let me just say.
Know enough.
Let me just say this. So obviously, if you watch $1 Million Listing and all these shows,
all of them,
it's once you get in the industry, it's a rude awakening. To be honest with you, it's not as easy as they make it seem.
You know,
obviously,
look,
that's a show, guys. It's scripted, this and that. When you're in the real world of real estate, it is not scripted.
But have you ever seen the behind the scenes?
It's chaos.
I've seen some of those girls cry.
It's chaos. It's
cry.
Pure chaos. Yeah, but they add all that drama.
No, they have to.
They have
to make it fun. But I mean,
look, if you're focused on your goals, and you know, put your foot down and you focus on your goals, you can accomplish it, for sure. You know, it's a lot of you know, networking. It's a lot of, you know, making phone calls, interacting with people, letting everyone know what you do. That's very important, right? Because if people don't know what you do, they're never going to ask you for the business.
That is true.
And you cannot be afraid to ask for business.
Oh, no.
You know, one of the biggest things that agents lack on is first of all the follow-up, right? Following up with clients. A lot of agents make promises that they don't keep, right? And secondly, it's building that rapport with your client base where, right, you become that trusted, knowledgeable expert in your market. And now, with that being said, once you establish those three things, that's when you're going to start getting people reaching out to you. And then referrals.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be afraid to ask past clients for referrals. Hey, look, it was such a pleasure working
And
with
reviews.
you. If you know anybody that's looking to buy or sell, please keep me in mind. Just mention my name. I'd be more than happy to help them.
And reviews.
And reviews, yes. It's so important, especially in today's era where people are, they're literally looking at all those little details, right? If you're an agent that and now I know we strayed a little bit away from the cigar world, but it's all tied in, right? It's all tied in.
This is not scripted. And again, we have tried it. It does not work every time.
We just speak what's on our mind, so it's all good.
Whatever comes out. It's better that way. When some people's like, oh, it's better when you're organized. Listen, we are not organized. I have ADHD. I've been telling him for the longest.
She claims I have it, which
I diagnosed
I'm literally starting to believe it. I'm like, squirrel, what?
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
We are very similar, and that's why I know you have it.
Oh,
so, man. And we're here, not medicated. So,
hey, any doctors out there that know, can see that we're in need of help, please send some assistance.
We're all over the place. We're all over the place. We start with one thing and then we move to the other one.
Oh man.
But that's how it is. I just don't like. I just feel, and I'm okay with everybody else that does it. Yeah, the questions. We're not interviewing anybody. In the future, of course, we're gonna be bringing people in and have some interviews. But even then, it's usually the same questions. When did you start to smoke? What was your first cigar? Like, I'm not gonna be asking that. It's whatever pops up in my head.
Whatever pops up.
It could be something.
I gotta be honest.
Crazy.
One person that I absolutely want to have on here, that I absolutely love, and I've been so busy lately, and I actually feel bad that I haven't really reached out. But Jeff Groover. Oh,
I saw him. I couldn't even say hi. He was so busy.
I love that guy. That guy, he is. Let me tell you something. So he reps a couple brands, and if you're a company, a cigar brand that wants proper representation, I mean, I couldn't recommend Jeff Groover enough. He comes in. He's very professional, looks sharp. He is well spoken, and he is just the most down to earth guy that I've met as far as reps and stuff like that. And obviously, look, I've met a lot of reps, and they're all great, right? And they all have their strengths, and there are certain characteristics that's unique to them, and I built great rapport with a lot of them. But Jeff has been one that's been around since I would say day one. Yeah, with Stogies, and just kudos to Jeff, man. I think he's a great guy, and
he's a great guy.
I need to get him on the show.
Sure. We have to do that. We need to get a third mic.
For real. So we've been having just these two mics, and it's like, so times we've wanted guests, we're like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? We don't have a third mic. So you know what? I think we're gonna change our setup a little bit, right? We're gonna get those mics that are like on the stand, and then that hooks up all three mics can be hooked up to one system, and then that can get plugged into the camera, and that way we have all three mics.
That would be
working
great.
Properly. So
another chair, another table.
Yeah. We're gonna set it up. We're gonna set it up nice. Obviously, look, guys, this stuff takes time. Lights, microphones, all the equipment. On top of that, the day-to-day operation of a business, and running and operating another business. It's a lot.
Family. Don't forget the family.
Then you throw a little bit of travel baseball, where you're traveling nationally. That's a lot of work.
You are a busy guy. I'm a busy one. I don't have everything you have, but I have 5 dogs, that's it, and the guinea pig. So let's not forget.
We cannot forget the guinea pig.
Please, let's not For
those that have been watching this show from the beginning, episode 1 through whatever,
we always mention
Mary Kate.
Mary Kate, yeah. she cannot be left behind. Survivor.
She's the star of the show, I think.
I think so. I have to bring her one day. She's a little feisty, but I can, I can bring her one day. She's like, oh, here's Mary Kate.
Finally, right? Her first debut.
Oh, she'll love it. She loves the attention. She needs a bath, though.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, look, this is a great industry. For me, it's super satisfying.
Which one?
Right? We talked about, I think, like 2, 3, or 4. I don't know. But the cigar industry, per se, it's an amazing industry. It really is. I have my best times here at Stogie's and just with cigars in general. It's funny. I'm known as a cigar guy. When we go to the travel, when we go travel, I always bring a case. I'm always giving the guys cigars. And even that builds rapport with the parents, the dads of the team.
Oh yeah, I've seen a couple that come here, right?
Yeah.
I'm not crazy, but tell me about how is it going for you? It's still a good cigar for you?
Oh my God, it's been good from the moment I lit it up.
I didn't
all
lie
the way
to
through.
you.
Actually, it's getting better. It's gotten better as we've gone through, and it's guys, you got to give it a try. I'm telling you, we're not bullshitting here. This is a great cigar. I'm so happy that you brought this back, and I really cannot wait to get it in the store.
No, I told Billy this has to be the first one for the podcast after I come back, and of course he gave me a couple extra ones, one for you to try before, but you didn't try it, and then the ones for the podcast. So I'm just glad that you smoked it for the first time here. And see, my throat. Listen. When you go to the shows, and you know this, you're smoking between 10 and 15 cigars a day.
A day.
And I think I smoked out maybe a little more. And then I was smoking fast.
And then you say you're going to take a break, and then next thing you know, you're lighting up another one.
No, this is my thing. I usually, when I go to the show, I take a week. I was telling you this before we started recording. I take a week because it takes a toll on your body. And I usually get really sick. This is the first time I didn't get sick, but my throat, it's a little damaged, I could say, from all the smoking. And you should have seen me I have a problem with my foot since December, and I tried to get a scooter, and I'm like, I couldn't. I said, I'm gonna tough it up. I'm a tough girl. I can do it. No, I couldn't do it. And I ended up going to Walmart and buying me one of those knee scooters. And I was
one of those, if you break your leg type of deal.
And I was rolling my way through that floor.
Good for you.
But it was interesting. But, again, I had to do it. I was dead at the end of the day. And I was still going out. I'm not I usually go eat dinner after the show, straight to the hotel. I did that Friday only, because Friday was not part of the show, but I ended up going, trying to see do sightseeing and going to different places. I ate a lot of good shit.
So let me ask you a question, because I know there was a lot of debate or a lot of people talking about the change, right? So it went from Vegas to now, as they call it, New Orleans.
Yeah, it's not New Orleans.
New Orleans.
It's New Orleans.
But how was that? I mean, how would you compare it to the PCA in Vegas as it's been in the past, God knows how many years already?
I hate Vegas.
Well, I think you mentioned that the last time.
I hate Vegas. I'm not a city girl. I like a little bit more quieter places, and for
but you're
me,
talking
I loved
about
it.
New Orleans. I don't think that's quiet.
It was during the day it's quiet.
Really?
Now, after 5 o'clock, there's no quiet there. But this is the thing. You're walking around town, and you walk around town in freaking Vegas. You said people said that New York is the city that of no sleep. Forget about it. There's no sleeping in Vegas.
Yeah, you're right.
You walk around in Vegas at, let's say, at 10 o'clock.
Plus
and
a
you
huge
walk
hour change. I mean, it's drastic compared to where you were, right? It was a 1 hour difference?
Yeah, 1 hour difference.
Yeah, that's not as bad as
Vegas. No, but the whole thing is you walk around Vegas at 4 in the morning and the streets are full.
Yeah.
You walk around at 8 in the morning, the streets are full. So there's but you walk around New Orleans at 7:30 in the morning. That's when I went to Mother's to eat breakfast. It was quiet.
Nice.
The line at Mother's wasn't even. There was no line when I got there. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's a staple of the city.
I've never been there. That's one of the reasons I really wanted to go this year, right? It would have been a new experience for me. I'd never been there. Had plenty of friends that have gone, and they truly enjoy it.
Listen, I am a foodie. And
me too.
My belly will tell you that. I'm at the point I don't care if I'm fat or if I'm skinny. I just like food, and I like to eat, and I did eat a lot over there. And again, the city, I think people were a little divided. Like 50% loved it, and the other 50% is like Vegas is better. I didn't see a lot of the West Coast retailers that I've seen, even some of the influencers and reps that go to Vegas, because a lot of them live in Los Angeles, in that area, California, and they drive to
last
Vegas.
time I went to the PCA, I met a lot of people from the West Coast.
Yeah, and they do drive
and the Midwest, the West. So it was cool to see a lot of those people, right? I mean, you're meeting all new faces from all different areas.
Yeah, I met a lot of people from Texas. And I just love, I met a lot of, people that I follow, that follow me. And that's how it is, every time. But I think this year I met more people. And I have people from the UK, and not only that, it's just, it's a whole different thing, a whole different situation and different place. Yes, me personally, I liked it more. The weather it was wonderful compared to Vegas and the heat. But when they did it, last year around this time of the year, I think it was March. Of course, it was a little cooler in Vegas, but me personally, I liked it better.
Okay.
But that's my opinion.
So I'll be honest. When I go to Vegas, I tend to stay more within the confines of the hotel that I stay at, and then we'll visit other, resorts or hotels to gamble and stuff like that. So I'm indoors most of the time. As a matter of fact, you forget how hot Vegas is when you're inside, and then you step outside and it's just this dry heat where you feel like, oh my God, I can't even breathe.
I'm dying.
Yeah.
I'm dying. But it's better to walk around that heat, even it could be 120 degrees out there, than walking the humidity from here.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It gets, oh my God, my freaking throat. I said I'm not going to smoke any cigars when I come back. Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah, right. Bullshit. You're right.
Yeah. I said, like, I'm not going to smoke anything.
No, the thing is this, right? When you're here in this environment and you're hanging out and you're talking with people and you see them light one, then you see another one light another, that's when you get tempted, right? Say, you know what?
Fuck it.
One ain't gonna hurt me. So you light it up, and then next thing you know, you're smoking another. You're like, oh shit.
Oh yeah. No, I was sitting at the, of course, at the bar. We had a couple of people yesterday, and I finished one cigar. I lit up another one. I finished that one. I lit up the other one. It's like, okay, are you gonna stop at any point? I'm like, why?
I already lit it up.
Yeah, like, why am I gonna stop? And George came from Cavalier. And he gave me a couple of cigars. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna light this one too.
Nice.
So, this is what you do. That's why it's no work.
Yeah.
You're enjoying what you're doing. If you're in the, because you do have sometimes people that work at cigar lounges that they're not much into cigars. They might have one cigar and that's it.
No, I enjoy cigars, and I tend to, just mix it up. I'll go from one side of the humidor, then I'll go to the other. Obviously, I have my locker, my secret stash, so I'll go there and mix it up a little bit. That's next thing you know, I smoke 4 or 5. I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe I smoked that many. Whatever. It's enjoyable.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good pastime.
My mom is like, you're going to die. And I'm like, we are all going to die.
We're all going to die one day.
And I'm going to die happy. I'm probably going to die with a cigar in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay with me. I'm good.
But anyway, going back to this cigar in particular, thank you. Thank you for introducing it. Artesano del Tobacco. Thank you guys for dropping this. This thing is definitely a flavor bomb. It's been an enjoyable cigar from beginning right towards the end. I'm actually right by the last label. There's 2 labels they put on.
I took that one off
already. And it's been a very enjoyable cigar. So for you Connecticut fans and you medium to full body fans, this is something that can cater to both you guys.
It's right there, I'm telling you, crossing the border to medium.
Yeah, so
packed.
Yeah, this has been excellent. It's a unique cigar, and for those that have an interest, wow. See, we're talking about our throat.
But it's not a cigar. For me, it's not a cigar. To me, it's all the smoking.
So yeah, it's something that we're both enjoying, and we both truly enjoy cigars.
And we like Maduros, both of us.
And we like Maduros, and this is something that you can throw in your mix, even for you Maduro guys, and you're still gonna get full flavor. you know, you're gonna get that true cigar flavor. It's not like smoking just air or hay or anything of that sort. It's packed with flavor. So
Yes.
I'm very happy they dropped this cigar, the Viva La Vida Connecticut. I can't wait to get them in the store. So
Yeah. And make sure to follow, you know, Stogie Swiss Palm Stogie Swiss Palm
on Instagram.
and Instagram, and you know, also the Stogie Sessions.
Yep.
Because
At the Stogie Sessions, follow us there. You know, we'll be dropping, you know, in our stories and stuff like that. We'll be dropping different cigars with the link directly to the website. That way, you guys can order it. And listen, follow us on here.
subscribe
Subscribe.
on YouTube. Subscribe.
Absolutely, guys.
Click like too and share it. Share it.
Yeah, that'll mean so much to us. We're really trying to interact with you guys, and we really want to put the word out there. So if you guys can subscribe, share, follow, all that good stuff, leave a comment. I know I think 2 episodes ago we've had a couple people interacting, and they put some suggestions or things that they want us to try. That way we can give an honest review on it. So we're doing our best to cater to everyone. So if you leave something in the comments, please understand that we're gonna get to it, and you know, we'll definitely gonna do our best to try to get all the information out there.
The next one for the next episode, I already know which one, but I'm not even gonna say what it is.
Don't say what it is.
Just be ready. I know you're gonna like it. It's a smaller ring gauge. I'm just gonna say the size. It's a Panatella.
Nice.
I know you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
I fell in love with it. So, and it's a brand that it's new.
Awesome.
So
awesome. I'm
you're gonna
excited.
love
So
it.
guys, I don't even know what it is. So I'm excited.
Oh yeah. Well, just stay tuned
Stay tuned.
for the next one.
All right, guys. So we're gonna wrap this session up. Thank you guys for watching. Yes, Viva La Vida Connecticut is a new drop for 2025. We're gonna have it in store very soon. We're gonna have it in store. We're gonna have it online as well. As soon as we get it in, we're gonna do an announcement. Boom, available. And our goal is to get it in your hands so you guys can try it for yourself.
With a little discount.
Yep,
With a little
absolutely,
discount.
absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's a wrap. So, guys, we look forward to hearing any type of comments, any feedback on any of our episodes. Please feel free to comment below. Follow, subscribe, share it. Let's get the word out there. Let's get this thing going. Let's make it viral, guys. Let's make it viral.
Yeah.
So, on that note, we'll catch you on the next one. Light it up, guys.
Light it up.
Later.